Welcome back everyone. Google actually just announced their Pixel 5 and we're going to go ahead and do a quick comparison between this phone and the original Google Pixel 4. I don't think it's the original one, but surprisingly Google did a really interesting thing. Besides releasing them at their standard price tag that they do, which is like a standard flagship price tag, they actually decreased the price of this specific phone, which I think is really impressive. And I feel like, they're trying to go for a different demographic. Before, they were really going for that flagship range. But now they can go for a cheaper range and kind of make it, not excuses, but kind of make a reason why they may not have, 3 camera sensors on it or whatever. Now on the front of both these phones, you have a 6-inch panel on the Google Pixel 5, but a 5.7-inch panel on the Google Pixel 4, which is the smaller variant. Now both of them have 1080p displays, which is really cool. They're both OLED displays at their core, and they both have that 90Hz refresh rate as well, which I think is really awesome. It's better than the 60Hz. It's not quite up to 120, but it's still really good for my needs. Now between both, you can obviously see that there are some bigger differences between them. The Pixel 4 had not really a full bezel-less display. It had a little bit of a notch up top, not a notch, but a little bit of bezel up top, where the Google Pixel 5 actually kind of takes that same design as the Pixel 4a and pretty much, removed the, bezel around it almost entirely for the hole punch display, which I think is actually really nice. I really liked it on the Pixel 4a, and I think with the Pixel 5 it looks really, really good in my opinion. Beyond the displays though, they may look the same, everything might be exactly the same for the majority of it, but the Pixel 5's display I think will look really good. Both have USB Type-C on the bottom, and on the back, dual camera setups. Now with the Pixel 4 we have a 12.2 megapixel wide-angle lens, but we had a 16 megapixel telephoto lens. Now Google actually switched away from that, and now they have a 12.2 megapixel wide-angle lens, but now a 16 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. So we don't have, the ultra-wide and telephoto mix-up, but we have now the ultra-wide sensor, which I think is a better mix-up. I think that's a better idea for it to have. And now one of the biggest complaints that I had last year was the 4K at 30. They did increase that now to 4K at 60, which is really cool. I think next year they may add it for 8K, I don't know yet, but that's always a possibility, and I think that's going to be really awesome. Now front cameras look about the same on both, so I think that's really cool. So I think that's a really awesome thing. I really do like that. Now software wise, obviously the Pixel 5 will probably end up getting an extra year of software support over the Pixel 4, but both of these will have custom ROM support eventually, which I think is really cool. So that's a really awesome thing about it. And both of them do have IP68 dust and water resistance as well, which is another really awesome thing about it. So beyond both, that really pretty much covers it up on the outside. Internally though, there are some bigger differences here. The Pixel 4 had pretty much the top tier Snapdragon chipset at the time. It had the Snapdragon 855 chipset, the octa-core CPU and Adreno 640 GPU, and the 6 gigs of RAM on all the models, where the Pixel 5 on the other hand has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G chipset, which is kind of like a cheaper chipset than the 865 that's this year's. It has the octa-core CPU and it has the Adreno 620 GPU. So that's already some major differences there. Not maybe crazy, but once I get it in-house and I'll test it further. But you do have 2 additional gigabytes of RAM, which is really important. So you're going to be able to have better RAM management potentially from the Pixel 5 than on the Pixel 4. But like I said, once I get it in-house, I'll test it further. And battery life wise, this was probably one of the biggest problems with the Pixel 4 in my opinion. It had a 2800 mAh battery. It had wireless charging, but that was really pretty much it. The Pixel 5 on the other hand has a 4080 mAh battery, which is a pretty big difference. You also have wireless charging and apparently reverse wireless charging, which is really awesome. I don't know about that, but that's what the spec sheet says, so maybe it does have it, but that bigger size battery is definitely something that I'm extremely happy about. So in terms of everything, I'll definitely tell you going from a Pixel 4 to a Pixel 5 will probably be a really good thing to do, but I ultimately think if you own the Pixel 4, you could probably make do for like another little bit, but I think the Pixel 5 is probably the better way to go. So that really pretty much covers it up. I think I'm getting sent one very soon, so whenever it comes in, I'll go and do some further tests with it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.